Washoe County corruption. Continued public testimony by a man, Jeffrey Merritt Wilson, for the exhibits 1 through 33 criminal claims. This testimony is Exhibit 8. Official oath. Miriam Kandaras, Chief Deputy District Attorney of Washoe County, State of Nevada. Witness. This is Exhibit 8, referral criminal claims against Robert Arthur Naring, Natalie Ann Naring, et al. Copyright copy claim. This product works contract notice claims by the Jeffrey Merritt Wilson author. Page 19 of 47. Okay. We have a file stamp here. Mandatory judicially noticed evidence. Filed on February 20th, 2024. In the Justice Court of Reno Township, Washoe County, Nevada State, Jonathan Belfort. Case number RSC 2019-000337. Deposition facts verified. Extent of ink papers, tally, perpetuity, fraud claims, notice evidence, facts for the record under officer, witness, and seal in support of reopen due to fraud upon this court. Exhibits 1 through 3. Okay, file stamp for record. Same page. Mandatory judicially noticed evidence. Deposition facts verified. Notice evidence, facts for the record. Okay, there's a notary done here. Deposes deposition evidence for the court record concerning extent of ink papers, tally, perpetuity, fraud claims herein, and exhibits 1 through 3. Okay, this is all done. He has the originals on this. Deposes Jonathan Belfort and I, as the affiant deponent, claim it with my own unlimited commercial liability, do affirm that the following testimony in the form of a deposition affidavit under my biometric seal by the knowledge is true, correct, and complete by my beliefs, not misleading, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and delivered this agreed on contractual notice of deposes equals deposition evidence for the court record, extent of ink papers, tally, perpetuity, fraud claims herein, and exhibits 1 through 3, verification. So he goes through the verification and he signs it here with his seal. Okay, here's a deposition / affidavit. Deposes this judicial notice of testimony. Jonathan Belfort, I, an American protected by and defender of the Constitution for the United States of America, as a paramount interest holder in all property contested, infringed, trespassed, liened on against my beneficial interest in any court of competent jurisdiction, Washoe County, informing that the tribunal and the court, the Justice Court of Reno Township, case number RSC 2019-000337, of their duty to take judicial notice and rule on the following facts, claim, testimony, and laws as required by the Nevada State Rules of Evidence. I depose, claim, testify, re-notice, contract, deposition, facts verified, extent of ink papers, tally, perpetuity, fraud claims, notice evidence, facts for the record under officer, witness, and seal in support of reopen due to fraud upon this court, exhibits 1 through 3, fully verified and noticed herein. It is claimed that fraud has been brought upon this court. Your affiant deponent now claims, testifies by numbers 1 through 6, not limiting. I testify as a member per my bargain deed title of Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association. I have witnessed and made multiple reviews of the books and records of said association. 2. I testify Exhibit 1 is ballot tally extent of ink papers as true, correct copy of original in the possession of the Secretary Treasurer of Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association, Jeffrey Wilson, as co-witness. And 3. I testify Exhibit 2 as a filed contract with the Secretary of State, Nevada perpetuity, voted 56 members, as a true correct copy of original in possession of the Secretary Treasurer of Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association, Jeffrey Wilson, as co-witness, and 4. I testify Exhibit 3 as adverse parties refusing their obligations in direct contradiction to their own votes in Exhibit 1 as true correct copy of the original in possession of the Secretary Treasurer Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association, Jeffrey Wilson, as co-witness, and 5. I testify there are no ballots in the no records of Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association to verify the counts of the ballot tally extended papers, which apparently was a 3-year election with no proofs whatsoever. And 6. I testify that I did not vote for this perpetuity, which was concealed from me using deceptive practices and procedures. I believe this is true, and that Wilcox Ranch Property Owners Association and previous officers, agents acted together in fraud, leaning and depriving me of due process, property rights, breach of contract, clouded titles, damages, etc., not limiting, and verification. So he goes by here and verifies this. He has the original on that. So let's go down to Exhibit 1. Here's the votes. Okay. Here's Grather, former vice president. Yes. Okay. Shrek. Yes. Shrek. Yes. Shrek. Yes. Shrek. Yes. Hill. Yes. Shrek. Yes. It's 5 for him. Nearing. Yes. Belfort. Yes. Now, he's telling me he didn't vote for this. That's what this is about. And they got him voting for this. Now, this was going on while they were attacking his property. So he's saying he didn't vote for this. Okay. So, and it took 56 votes. And so Stadmiller. Stadmiller, adverse party. Twyman, adverse party. Franklin, adverse party, all voted yes, saying it doesn't exist. Even though they have a tally here. So there's a perpetuity fraud right here. Filed in the office, Secretary of State, document 20180356911-46, entity C5742-1981. Notice the date, 8/10/2018, when this dispute was going on with Mr. Belfort's property. They voted in a perpetuity shall exist perpetual, done by Gail Agnes Kern, policy number 1620, bar membership number, policy insurance number, signature of officer, Robert Arthur Naring, president, vote, 5 directors, 56 members. Here's a amendment to Articles of Incorporation, June 18. Now these people saying it doesn't exist, just making it up, done under a notary seal, continuing to lean on our title rights, fraudulent titles in Wilcox Ranch. All the title companies, everybody's involved in this. Washoe County, they're all refusing to do anything about this fraud. The titles are clouded in Washoe County. Okay, here's a document, Gail Agnes Kern, number 1620. Insurance policy, recording on our properties, making representations and liens and threats, taking properties at the courthouse steps. There's another one, 2016. Gail Kern refuses her duty. She perjures her oath and refuses to speak to us about this matter while acting as a lien claimant to our title rights, clouding our titles. She knows better. Okay, she was over there quieting title in Wilcox Ranch with other co-acting attorneys. Okay, and I expect Marianne Kandaras to do something about this. Exhibit 3. Here's the Shrek Family Trust. These people say it doesn't exist since 2001, so they don't have to pay anymore after they were benefiting. James Lee Shrek was getting checks from Wilcox Ranch, running this operation over here with Gail Agnes Kern, attorney, number 1620. More adverse parties here. Okay, this was in a case that Mr. Belfort was involved in. This is deposition facts verified, extent of ink papers, tally, perpetuity fraud claims. That this was Exhibit 8 of criminal claims. Stand by for the next Exhibit 9 testimony.